Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Motorcycle Sports Radio, bringing you the best in motorcycle sports.
Hello and welcome to the road racing news on Motorcycle Sports Radio. I'm Si McCready. Cheers for joining us today. Now, this brand new show on Motorcycle Sports Radio, the road racing news, is brought to you in association with Steve Rail and roadracingnews.co.uk. Steve has very kindly allowed us to use stories from the roadracingnews.co.uk website to keep you motorcycle fans up to date with everything that's happening in the world of road racing. So coming up in today's show, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be taking a look at all of the most recent stories from the roadracingnews.co.uk website, and all of the words are by Steve Rail.
You're listening to Motorcycle Sports Radio, because two wheels are far better.
So in our first story, ladies and gentlemen, it's the one that everybody's been talking about. Michael Dunlop aims to re-establish TT authority with build-based BMW. And this story again is from the roadracingnews.co.uk, and the words are by Steve Rail. 11 times TT winner Michael Dunlop has signed for build-based BMW as he bids to re-establish his authority at the Isle of Man TT. It's fair to say 2015 was not Michael's greatest year of pure road racing competition. Main highlights of the season have included Race of Legends victory for the 5th year in succession at Armoy, senior race victory at Southern 100, Open and Grand Final victories at Killaloe, plus Formula 1 Classic TT victory. TT 2015 was without doubt his most challenging to date. He got second place finish in the Royal London 360 Superstock TT, fighting against the pain barrier, showed his incredible determination in full view. 132.515 miles per hour lap set during the PokerStar Senior TT makes him at present the second fastest rider in TT history. Competing for the 3rd year in a row at TT races for Hawk Racing, the pure road racing genius is confident of getting back to the top step of the podium at TT 2016 in the Superbike and Senior races. It's not going to be certain a formality as many people think, though. Standard of competition at TT is arguably the highest that it's ever been. We've seen in 2015 Ian Hutchinson back at the front, Peter Hickman, Lee Johnson moving up a level, Bruce Anstey and John McGuinness seeing Superbike and Senior TT victories. Determined to become again the rider to beat on the mountain course, could TT 2016 see Michael Dunlop become the first rider to lap in excess of 134 miles per hour? And in our next story, Davy Morgan is to pilot a variety of different machinery throughout 2016. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is from the roadracingnews.co.uk website, and the words are by Steve Rail. 2004 Senior Manx Grand Prix winner Davy Morgan is all set to pilot a variety of different machinery throughout the 2016 pure road racing season. Superbike class sees Davy's CBR 1000 Honda Fireblade mounted as he bids for more top quality moments in the marquee class. Supersport action in 2016 is set to see the open race winner at the Bush Road races in 2010 piloting a YZF R6 Yamaha plus a ZX-10R Kawasaki rounds off his stable of machinery for the season. His Honda, Yamaha and Kawasaki are all backed by Magic Bullet. The 3 machines are set to carry a striking black and orange colour scheme. Although his full race schedule for the year is still to be announced, anticipating meetings for Davy include the season opening Mid-Antrim 150, Tandragee 100, Cookstown 100, Northwest 200, TT 2016, Ulster Grand Prix and the Scarborough Gold Cup. TT 2016 marks 16 years since he made his mountain course debut at the Manx Grand Prix. Over the years, Davy has competed for multiple top teams at the most famous road race in the world. They include DMRR Honda, CSC Branson Racing and CMS Racing. Having won the Supersport 600B race at the Southern 100 in 2015, one of pure road racing's most popular competitors goes into this year's Roads action on the Isle of Man in determined mood to record selection of first-class results. He is more than capable of being in contention for the Privateers Championship victory. In 2010, he was runner-up in the prestigious championship. Known by many for his famous pink helmet, Davy is a great ambassador for pure road racing, and his illustrious career is set to have even more chapters added to it in 2016.
You're listening to Motorcycle Sports Radio. Remember to download the Spreaker app and follow us on Spreaker to be kept up to date with all of our latest broadcasts.
And in our next story from the roadracingnews.co.uk website, words again by Steve Real, 2013 Irish Road Race Superbike champion Derek Shields has announced his plans for TT 2016. Derek joins multiple talented riders and will be ZX10R Kawasaki mounted for the Superbike, Superstock and Senior races. He's set to run his own team at this year's TT races as he embarks on his third 2 weeks of pure road racing action at the most iconic road race in the world. Having endured an ultra-challenging TT 2015, Derek is determined to move up a level around the mountain course. Currently 23rd place finish in the 2013 Superstock TT is his personal best TT result. The new ZX10R Kawasaki is rated highly by many. It's anticipated alongside the S1000RR BMW as one of the undoubted strongest packages in the Superstock trim. With 3 years of mountain course experience behind him, Derek could well be a dark horse for the Privateers Championship victory. Alongside TT 2016, he is also set to return to the world's fastest road race, the Ulster Grand Prix. In 2015, Derek impressed many at the Ulster Grand Prix, lapping close to the 130 mile an hour mark, plus sealing 9th and 7th place finishes in the Superbike races. He's aiming to break into the top 6 finishers' positions around Dundrod, and he certainly has the talent to, in particular in the Superstock race, and he could go on and push the likes of Bruce Anstey, Dean Harrison, Keith Moore, Dan Neen and Michael Dunlop. He's already confirmed to compete for Cookstown Burrows Engineering Racing at Tandragee, Cookstown, Kells, Skerries, Walderstown, Armoy, Faugheen and Killalane. The addition of an all-new ZX10R Kawasaki for the Isle of Man TT and the Ulster Grand Prix is the final piece of the puzzle for Derek Shields' 2016 Roads campaign.
This is Motorcycle Sports Radio, bringing you the best in motorcycle sports.
And the next story we want to bring you, courtesy of the Road Racing News website, is that Danny Webb confirms TT return with KMR Kawasaki. Danny Webb has confirmed his participation in TT 2016 with Ryan Farquhar's KMR Kawasaki team. When Danny made his TT debut in 2014, everyone was wondering just how quickly he would get with the mountain course. Having competed in the Superbike, Superstock, lightweight and senior races at TT 2014, Danny has concentrated since then on the lightweight class with KMR Kawasaki. It's the same plan for TT 2016 as he bids to break into the top 6 finishers in the lightweight TT. 10th position in last year's lightweight TT showcased that the former Moto3 World Championship star is gradually starting to become one of the rising stars around the most famous road racing circuit in the world. Alongside TT 2016, Danny is set to be amongst the most high-profile newcomers at the Northwest 200 as he embarks on the Super Twin section at the Giants Causeway-based meeting. With 2 years of pure road racing experience behind him, the highly rated rider is more than capable of causing many a surprise or two this year. In Steve Real's opinion, Danny is the contender for the top 6 finish in the lightweight TT. He has the machinery in the form of the KMR Kawasaki to propel himself to this momentous feat.
You're listening to Motorcycle Sports Radio. Remember to like our Facebook page, facebook.com/Motorcycle Sports Radio, and on Twitter, it's @Bike Sports Radio. That's @Bike Sports Radio. Keep it on Motorcycle Sports Radio.
You can also get Motorcycle Sports Radio on iTunes and on TuneIn, so don't forget, wherever you go, you can take Motorcycle Sports Radio with you.
Don't forget, folks, you're listening to the road racing news on Motorcycle Sports Radio in association with Steve Real and roadracingnews.co.uk. Now, our next story, Michael de Koppel is preparing for the 2016 road season. Reigning Czech Road Racing Super Twins champion Michael de Koppel is preparing for the 2016 pure road racing season. Amongst the meetings in which Michael will be competing at include the season opening Mid-Antrim 150. He's set to compete on the RTE Racing JFM haulage-backed 400 and 650 Kawasaki's. Following the Mid-Antrim 150, next meets on the horizon for the Indy are Cookstown 100 and Tandragee 100. Main highlight of the year for Michael is set to be competing for the 7th time at the Isle of Man TT. His current personal best TT result was 10th position in the 2014 lightweight TT. For TT 2016, he's set to be YZF R6 Yamaha mounted for the Monster Energy Super Sport races. Pilot Motopoint backed ER6 Kawasaki in the lightweight race. Plus, there is a possibility that he could compete for the first time at the TT races in the Superbike Superstock races and the prestigious Blue Ribbon Senior TT. Michael is contemplating piloting a YZF R1M Yamaha. Regarded by many as the Czech Republic's leading pure road racer, Michael de Koppel is one of pure road racing's most popular competitors. 2016 could well see him back in the top 10 finishing positions in the lightweight TT, potentially a podium finisher in the lightweight 250-400 race at the Ulster Grand Prix, and quite possibly Irish Road Race 400 champion. And in our next story, Chris Dixon is in the mix for the Privateers Championship success at TT 2016. The 2013 Newcomers AM Manx Grand Prix winner is planning to compete in the Superbike Supersport, Superstock and Senior races. Last couple of years have seen Chris establish himself as one of the rising stars at the most famous road race in the world. TT 2014 marked his first appearance at TT races, going in with great reputation of his ability around the mountain course following his Manx GP Newcomers A victory in 2013. Chris enjoyed a highly productive 2 weeks competition. Standout moments from TT 2014 was 28th place finish in the Senior TT, plus breaking the 120 miles per hour barrier. Having thoroughly enjoyed his first TT races experience, he set his sights on improved results during TT 2015. Following a protracted practice week mainly due to highly inclement weather, Chris went into race week believing that top quality results aplenty were possible. Race week started in 2015 in fine style with 20th position in the RST Superbike race as he showed excellent form on Dave Milling Motorcycles backed CBR 1000 Honda Fireblade. 23rd place finish in the opening Monster Energy Supersport encounter followed. Another more than credible result followed in the Royal London 360 Superstock TT with 25th place finish sealed. Second Monster Energy Supersport race was up next. He finished 26th, ending Supersport action during TT 2015 in consistent and solid fashion. His second TT races ended with the 29th place finish in a record-breaking PokerStars Senior TT. Opening Pure Roads action for Chris this year is set to be at the season and opening Mid-Antrim 150, where he is set to be amongst the most high-profile newcomers. Further planned roads outings in 2016 include return to the popular classic TT races. Main meeting of 2016, though, is the Isle of Man TT, all set to pilot Paget's Racing's prepared CBR 1000 Honda Fireblade and the Dixie Racing YZF R6 Yamaha. He's aiming to keep up his gradual progression up the ladder at the TT races.
You're listening to Motorcycle Sports Radio because two wheels are far better.
Two-time TT winner Gary Johnson is bidding to add to his impressive Supersport TT record at TT 2016 as he pilots Team T3 Racing 675 Daytona Triumph. Gary and Team T3 Racing team manager Andy Jenkinson are confident of being in prime contention for victories in both Monster Energy Supersport races. Back in 2014, Gary secured a memorable Monster Energy Supersport TT Race 1 victory as he held off strong challenges from Bruce Anstey and Michael Dunlop. Returning to the Daytona Triumph machinery, aka driver is determined to make it a hat-trick of Supersport victories around the magical mountain course. Gary said on leading Team T3's Racing TT 2016 Challenge, "I'm really excited about this new venture and getting involved with a new team, particularly one of T3's experience. It's great to be back on a Triumph 675 as I have a wealth of knowledge on the bike and I hope to replicate the success of 2014 this year. I'm eager to get going as we have had a busy